We're going to explore the opportunities that I saw with Chanel. So at Chanel, I wanted to engage the brand account with a material order for American Vogue for my inauguration with Anna. The universal thing that we will see with all of my handbags is a natural fabric interwoven chain strap on CC hardware. This has been something that was fashioned in the past by a peer of mine named Rachel, and when I saw her wearing the bag that she had that was just done in a natural black fabric, this was kind of the most covetable version of a chain strap resolve that I had seen, and I wanted to apply that across the entire series. With that, I wanted the series to include Cellier style flat quilted handbags. So we see the gray one that I'm citing over there, as well as the denim version. Those are two versions of a Cellier style done with flat quilts. So across the participating retailers, I saw Maxfield Los Angeles as carrying the entire production run of our black suede on rose gold handbags. With Bergdorf Goodman, I wanted them to carry the burgundy velvet version with oxblood stitch on pale gold, while Chanel holds the entire production run of the Persian tweed series, either done on silver or rose gold. With Maxfield and Bergdorf's, I wanted each of their fabric handbags to be complemented with an exotic colorway. So at Maxfield Los Angeles, I wanted them to be seen with a black drop, so black shiny croc on rose gold was the choice that I had. With Bergdorf Goodman, I chose for them to have a graphite shiny croc on silver hardware. I wanted to reiterate again that I wanted to see these exotic handbags also done in a natural fabric interwoven chain strap featuring again that twine-like color that you see there. With the satin series that I had in mind with Moda Operandi, I wanted them to cite the denim handbag that we see here in being able to apply this for a masculine satin and narcotic satin handbag. So we saw masculine satin in Dior and the Row, and narcotic is one that we only saw at Hermes. So following the trifecta rule of the syndicate, I wanted them to create two Chanel bags in these colorways with 24K plated rose gold hardware. Now Persian tweed is the material order that I wanted to place as a proprietary colorway to our inauguration. So you see that I have the Egyptian tweed bag as a basis for how I wanted to see the envisioning of this handbag. So Persian tweed is the kosher term for it. Napa Vicious metallic tweed was the way that I saw this vibing. I wanted the handbags to be done with a black suede interior. With the tweed color distribution, take a look here and see, do you see the browns, the crafty browns, the camels, the tans, the golds? I wanted all of those to be replaced with the colors in a base of Merlot, ginger, and bronze browns. So this color map right here best illustrates the way that I saw those color names matching what I envisioned in my mind. And then with the accent colors, I see here that they do have like a Merlot to burgundy color running through it. They also have greens and blues. So with these accent colors, I wanted to see this realized in periwinkle, chai, and black. This is periwinkle, and this is silver. Silver and dusted rose would be metallic threads that we see. So accent colors are the ones again that look flatter in color, but the ones where you see they do have a bit of a shine to it, I wanted them to be metallicized in silver and dusted rose. I'm sure there are more than 8 colored threads running through this entire tweed pattern, but that was just the basis of how I wanted to see the distribution with the one that I have. Because I know that the tweeds are all woven in different ways depending on which collection you're citing. So just for the sake of what I wanted, the integrity of my Persian tweed, I saw this thematic with being around the historical academic facets to the WGSN that I'm talking about. That's why I chose to do it this way. I also saw opportunities for Chanel to take part in a couture style handbag salon with us. These handbags I don't have the right distribution plan for because I saw these as going not for sale. I also don't have a lot of creative direction with this portion of the presentation because I know the limitations to what I have with my qualifications, and I know that the sky's the limit to the ceiling with what the Chanel's design teams could improvise on their own. And I'm sure that I have a vote of confidence that I would be absolutely in love with what they do if they do approve of exploring opportunities with this. So the first treatment that we see is the Kitty Foreign Classic Double Flap. Kitty Foreign is like not Kitty Foreign, it's like Kitty Foreign. You know what I mean? So I called this a non-quilted matte black evening wear fabric handbag. So I wanted them to start with a flat base because a lot of the intricacies and applications would be done in things that you wouldn't really see the quilting through. And the prompt that I gave for this was slip dress in a fast car handbag. So this girl coming out the driver's seat and what she would be wearing alongside. And then for me embodying it, if I decide to wear it, an inaugural piece like this Prabal dress tunic is what I saw, imagining as what identifies with it. I said that this would be done in Eastern blues, jewel tone greens, and dark pearls. Pearls is not so much an adamant ask, that was just the vibe that I was thinking with the coloring. This is actually a part of a past Chanel Couture collection, and this one really best resembled what I was looking for out of a handbag. I chose to describe this as nondescript application pattern, so I didn't want this to be thematic to a certain landscape, design, or anything illustrated to that. I looked at it more as an abstracted design. I said that this would be more bijou and metal heavy, so masculine more than intricate. And I said to note that I didn't want any flowers or tweed as implications to the handbag. This would be done in bright silver chain straps with CC turn lock. The dark confetti classic double flap is also a non-quilted matte black fabric evening wear handbag, and this was the one that I wanted it to be illustrated more like a landscape. So I was thinking of dark florals and constellations as being the basis of what I wanted them to system from. Colors that were intricate, colors of dark lilacs, purples, and navy blues. And I wanted this handbag to have matte black or regular black 2.55 reissue chain straps with CC turn lock. I think I'm actually pretty good with creating mood boards that show the type of vibe, or at least inspires a person to work against something that you can't really come out of from just looking at this plainly. The last handbag request that I had for this was for Anna to create her version of what would complete the set. So I wanted our coffret of 3 to end with a Souk classic double flap bag by Anna Wintour. The Souk double flap handbag when I was developing this collection was a linen handbag to start. And so since then I've dissolved that, but in return I got this brooch. And I thought that this was best what I wanted the entire handbag to be based off of. But I saw whites and I saw reds, I saw really dark burgundies. So the Souk Classic Double Flap Handbag by Anna Wintour is the way to complete the coffret of 3 as an heirloom style for me. And I chose for her to want to do this handbag in particular with 24K plated rose gold chain straps on flat vintage CC hardware. I also wanted to talk about some outfit ideas I had. So this is the childlike me dreaming in my room, working towards developing these collections and presentations that you see here, systeming from about 12 months ago. And if I could talk to Anna directly for a second. Anna, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to work at a capacity like this. I know that communication has been really dodgy between us directly, but if you are listening to this and you are earnest about considering me for the role of American Vogue, I am with the utmost gratitude for what you do for me, regardless of what I think on a day-to-day basis based on my surroundings. I feel like what's more important is understanding that while I am working through these things, a lot of these things are going to be new to the industry in terms of consents and approvals and the way that things are manufactured. So I know that you have put in a whole community of people that this directly influences, but if we could just talk directly to each other for a second. I really do hope that I am well spoken enough in these interviews. I know that they're not consistent, they're not continuous, they're not the most well spoken me possible, but I feel like with a reacclimated environment to reality, when more truth is given to me, I have more closure with my relationships. I feel like that is when you will really see me be able to take hold of my work with confidence. aside from that, I really hope that you do plan on seeing me, and like you earnestly do plan on seeing me, because my sense of urgency right now stems from a welter of about, like, 10 years in the making. And so with that, I really hope that you plan to see me. I would love to meet you here, or if you could invite me to New York and have me on site there to do an interview with you, I would love to talk about the portfolio pieces here in detail. If that's not what you're looking for, I am just asking for your help and a call to action for you to address me personally, or address me publicly, for me to understand, because I'm really young. I met you when I was 17. And so, again, designing these things in the room that I had when I was meeting you, the one that I went through college with, the one that I've gone through everything with, I'm reaching a point where I am uninspired, and I would love to understand what love could feel like existing in my reality again. So, with that, I know it may not be soon, it may not be this month or next month, but I am really hoping sometime before the summer would really make me happy, Anna. I hope you're listening to this, and again, thank you so much for the opportunity to even produce myself as a contender for being a successor to you at American Vogue, if you would allow me to have the title or position of editor-in-chief. Head of editorial content would be cool, but I would really love if you could consider me for the role and position of editor-in-chief, with the urgency I have to be hired, because I need to learn how to make a life. I need to learn how to generate revenue for myself. I need to learn how to learn on the job as it goes. So waiting for that time and opportunity, I feel like the opportunity for you to come and help me out would be very much more sooner rather than later. Now, moving on to the outfits, I want to talk about the first ideas that I had in terms of dressing and fashioning myself for functions relating to this employment process with Anna. So the first outfit that we have is a Dior full black twill suit, and I saw this as the outfit that Anna had ready for me once we agreed upon the terms and conditions of my employment with Condé Nast. And I wanted this Dior full black twill suit to feature this same silhouette of a jacket that we see at a Dior men's show, and I wanted this done with a tonal high-waisted formal straight fit pant. I wanted this done in a light handle fabric, and I also wanted Victoire de Castellane to create a gris-peau cross for me and a sword brooch to go along with the suit. The next outfit that I had was the outfit that I wanted to wear when I'm getting my photos taken for a sign-off with the handbags and jewelry production of the entire portfolio that we have. So whatever gets approved to be sent off for production, and hopefully a quantity run, this was the outfit that I wanted to meet the vendors with. This is the outfit I wanted to officiate with at the Condé Nast offices, if all the contracts from all the brands, if this is how it goes, all the accounts, and I had to sign each one, I would probably be signing over 15 accounts worth of paperwork. The outfit that I chose was an Hermes outfit, and I wanted to create an Hermes suede jacket. So I wanted to wear a grease mineral jacket. That's the oligarchan green that we see. And I wanted Hermes to, suggest a bespoken parasol shirt and straight fit pant for me. I also wanted the jacket done in the champagne gold hardware. The next two outfits are really important for me because I have bided a lot of time to be able to possess an Hermes bag of my own. I understand that every Hermes exotic client that understands the journey of producing one of their own from the store has their own woes with how they were able to attain it. But for me, I knew that if I were to have one arrive to the store for me to drive in my beat up Honda Civic to grab it, it would be an occasion for me. I would love to dress up for it and make it a whole thing for me. So these were the two occasional options that I saw with wearing when Anna does approve of me owning an Hermes bag, and if she does present it to me herself, these were the outfits that I wanted to wear. The first outfit is from The Row, and it features a long coat, sleeveless hoodie, and a pair of pants. So the long coat is done in this fabric that they have featured in one of the old collections that is the most memorable part of my childhood. So this collection is something that I took a lot of inspiration from when producing my work in high school. And so you see the color of the coat is done in like a white with like the natural yellowing of white fabric over time. So that's what I saw when I saw this. And for my officiation, I wanted them to create a veining and a strain, a variant of a fabric where we're taking a cold white and mixing it with green. So the moonstone that I'm citing is this one right here. And moonstone is a very slight creamish green. So I wanted this to be a overall soft white to green veined fabric. Then for the hoodie, I wanted it to be in the same fabric. Not sure if that's the best way to think about things. If they want to suggest another version of this, then do so. And the trouser fabric, I wanted it to also be as accurate to the same fabric as in the past collection. So if they could take the same fabric and make it in the color that is needed to complement the outfit, that would be super amazing for me. And thank you. The next outfit that we see here is Rick Owens. And I wanted this outfit because, you know, for me, I have some sort of insecurity, or not insecurity, I just feel like I have never felt dressed up for an occasion of graduation in general. I didn't finish high school, I didn't finish college. The only time that I had to dress for the occasion of intellectual competency was during my graduation in middle school when I went to SI. So aside from that, I have never felt the urgency to wear a graduation robe, neither was I ever given one because I never graduated from anywhere of an educational setting. So for this Hermes handbag, so the left side would be something that I feel like I would wear when I'm given my first hack or my first Maxi Kelly. And this Rick Owens one was the first time that I was being presented with an exotic handbag. So my first exotic Kelly 25, my first exotic Kelly 28. This is how I wanted to wear the Kelly for the first time when I'm opening the box and everything. Super playful, it's super me, and it's very much needed for my morale because, again, I am bringing light to a situation of my educational history, but it is something that rings true as a problem with how I see myself on certain days. So we see this Rick Owens has a draped hooded top. I wanted this done with an elasticated formal pant and straight leg, and I was thinking set in a double layered natural silk. So this is one layer of silk that we see on the model, but if they could sew multiple plies together, that would make me more comfortable. And I wanted the graduation robe to also be done in a gray silk. I also saw myself wearing a pair of my iconoclast Balenciaga Saint Tier boots, and I wanted this done in light oyster with gunmetal hardware to riff off of the fact that when I was first looking at products online back when I was 14, a Prisma coin purse in oyster with gunmetal hardware was the first object of affection that I had seen online. So this is also just a very childlike fever dream of a dream state to see this outfit achieved for me. The next two outfits are more formal party function ideas for me. So the first one is a Givenchy Obsidia outfit, and I did want Riccardo Tisci to be able to go back into the studio to create this for me if he can, just because it would bring a lot of value to me to wear. And I chose to want to do a regular Mandarin collared shirt and pant look with this. If they wanted to go off of this spring, summer, fall, winter 16-17 look from Givenchy, that would work too. I just don't want it to be a sheer fabric. I would love it to be done in an opaque black twill. And so that was just a general amazing, easy outfit that like I am completely dilated to wearing, and I know that I could do it really well. The next outfit that I saw was revisiting this Balenciaga silhouette by Alexander Wang for his spring summer 16 collection. So I'm treating this like this obviously being couture client territory. So taking this exacted jumpsuit and remaking it for me would be enough for me. You can disregard the treatment updates, but I did want to see if they would create a silked suede van for me. That would be cool. And I saw myself wearing this jumpsuit to one of the In Conversation events that I had ideated for me and Eve at the Moda Operandi trunk show. This next outfit is classic mother's choice, mama's boy type of situation, and I call this the Rodarte Errata dress outfit. So I don't mind this being a menswear look. I just say dress loosely. It could be a dress, it could be a menswear look. I'm indifferent about which one it could be, but because this is Anna's choice, I want her to make the final call about what she wanted to see this function for. So I wanted her to fashion a fully embellished dress and coat. And so I said that I didn't need it to be something very uniform. And I did like the idea of something more eclectic and patched work like this. I like Anne Hathaway's dress, the white one. I don't need it to be white, but like, you know, to your heart's desire, Anna. I personally thought that dark color choices would work for me. And to go along with this, I wanted Anna to see if she could license out Jordans for me to have a Jordan 11 created for me to go along with this look. Because this is the errata dress, this is the errata. I have this past peer named Sophia Chang that used to collect Jordans, and so this is a type of shoe that I didn't necessarily achieve for my own personal wardrobe, but for the way that this life could happen for me, I would love to be able to have this Jordan done in a Rodarte treatment. And I also wanted this to accompany the Fendi mini baguette, as I said, that Anna was going to design too. So this one was done for some sort of inaugural function of her choosing. Also the coat, by the way, I did love this shape in particular. I liked this like capuleted top, and I know that this is the dress underneath, so something of a coat like this would be amazing for me, and then you could inform what goes underneath. The next two outfits are by Rosie Asulin, and Rosie Asulin is someone that I need to give thanks to for a lot of things that have happened in life for me. She really broadened my perspective and my maturity level with how to fashion myself, because before her and when I got to her office, I was very much looking a way of like making sure that I looked right, black, and white. And then after her, I started buying color. I started changing my Insta. There were just a lot of ways that it changed my creative perspective on things, and just the colors and like exploration of that is something that I am indebted to her for. So the first idea that I wanted for her was to create me an Obi Kenobi set. That is something that we see in her fall winter collection here. A little story time was I went to 5-story on my own in my sweaty poplin shirt self, and I walked in asking for a size 8 to 12 US at the time. I'm not sure between those sizes, and little old me could not fit into the outfit because the sash is actually really tightly fitted and well fitted to a woman's bodice. So being able to create this in a men's build would be amazing. I wanted this to be done tonally black, so we would have a black poplin and then a choiced black fabric to resolve the brown that you see here. This was the outfit that I wanted to wear to the Bergdorf Goodman production sign-off for the project function that we have with them. So this is an outfit that reads true as something that needs closure from me if possible. And I don't know, it's just one of my favorite outfits that I've ever seen in life from a sartorial perspective on parchment. The next outfit is super parchment. It's super parchment, and it's called The Town and Country by Rosie Asulin for me. I wanted a 2-piece top, so I wanted a black straight neckline camisole that kind of resembles my Dion Lee wife beater that I have. I think that a straight cut camisole just is really flattering for me. And I also wanted this to be accompanied with a collared bolero with back zip. I thought that a collared bolero was super academic and intellectual, so I wanted this 2-piece to be fully embellished in beadwork, and I chose to have a back zip to this so I didn't need to worry about any buttons going through the front of the bolero because it would be embellished. We wanted to revisit Spring 17's natural fabric with beadwork, so something of a similar grain, and I did want it in black, and then just changed to a men's build with a slight crop. This twisted ruffle skirt is another namesake silhouette that Rosie has in her artillery, and I wanted this revisited for me in her Spring 17 crest colorway. So I call this the crest colorway, and I wanted the skirt to be primarily in that beautiful, amazing green, and I wanted the piping to be exactly the same as this twisted ruffle skirt that we see as on the Webster. This is also where I wanted to introduce this new Hermes heel. So back in the last presentation with Hermes, I didn't mention the Mador Minimal bag that I pitched for, but this goes in line with other breakthrough products for me. So the Hermes Pegasus sandal is something that we're going to be seeing in women's wardrobes, hopefully with the approval of its production. The heeled sandal is just the most flattering heel that I have ever seen in my life. So I wanted to create an Hermes Pegasus sandal for my size in a 44. And I chose to do this in black shiny croc with Corten steel as the heel. So this one was something that I wanted to take still life editorial portraitures of myself with. So I didn't want to wear this to an event. This is definitely not the way that I want to show up to the Met Gala. This is just not a thing like that. This was simply me being able to enjoy the excess and frivolity that my job scope could offer me. And so I wanted to see if John Galliano could go back into the Dior studio and create me a Dior gown. So you see Anna's top here and it's light gray. I wanted them to recontextualize this into my RUMI silhouette of a top. So I think that a straight cut neckline has been the most flattering neckline for me and something that I feel confident being dilated to. I also like that I can pull off a backless look, and I just think that regardless of what dietary state that my body is in, this is something that I feel confident in regardless. So I wanted her to see how we could change the top to my silhouette, but I also wanted her to have a say about how this top was created with John Galliano, and I wanted this to be done in light gray to silver in color for the base, with applique done in modern methods. With the full-length skirt, I wanted this to be a sculpted skirt done in periodical methods. So I actually really love the shape of this skirt that we see on this Dior gown here, but I think for the skirt, what I was thinking about was very Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake, period. So that's why I cited the more ruffled, tiered version there. But something like that to accompany the top that is more xenon of the 21st century was something of a perfect balance of what I felt like would be so amazing as a two-piece dress set. And then again, with the production approval of the Hermes Pegasus heeled sandal for American Vogue, I wanted them to see if they could just simply make one for me in my size of a 44. And I wanted this to be done in blue colvert with palladium hardware. And the last request that I had was this Jean-Paul Gaultier gown. And I actually saw myself wearing this out in public. Like I saw myself like wearing this like at a closed party at the Metropolitan Museum or something like that. If this is how the functions work for me, Anna, if you want to celebrate me like that, this is just like the most amazing bridal gown I could ever ask for. This gown makes me really happy. I wanted to wear this with another Pegasus sandal that we see in high gray suede with a Corten steel heel. And also I did want to see an option of wearing this with black and rose gold Saint-Cyr boots by Balenciaga. So that is the total collection of the first extraneous couture client asks for my outfits and other outfits that are just completely appropriate for wearing in any across all functions having to do with accepting a role and being approved for hire at Condé Nast as American Vogue's next editor-in-chief.